Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm going to be reacting to Chainsaw Man, chapter 163. But before that, let's talk a little bit about 162 because it's been 2 weeks. So yeah, let's see what happened there. So we had Quan Chi coming in and Eye Patch Guy. I think his name was probably Takagi, but we never got it confirmed. So yeah, he ordered her to basically kill everyone there. So she just took a look at everyone and yeah, started getting to work. I do think it's interesting that as Nail Fiend was like basically begging for their life, they were also getting ready to attack Quan Chi. So it's like, it's not the usual, like, please let me leave, I admire you and respect you so much. Please, have some mercy for me. But at the same time, they're not so naive to think that that will be that would be enough for someone like Quan Chi to even consider it. So they still have some fight left in them. So like they throw some nails in the air while Yoru and Katana Man get into fighting stances. But of course, Quan Chi just blocks the nails pretty easily, and Katana Man gets decapitated as he does his, what I assume he did his trademark speed attack, which is interesting. I do wonder if, this says something about his character that, like, just as he's stayed more or less a stagnant character, he really hasn't changed much since he was introduced. This just goes to show that basically he cannot keep doing the same thing over and over again because he's just in a loop of things going bad for him. He needs to evolve and grow before things start going good for him. Otherwise, just like this speed attack move that he always does as his trump card, he needs something more, you know? So, yeah, he gets taken out. Yoru makes a scalpel sword, and surprisingly enough, Yoru and Neil do manage to fend off some attacks from Quan Chi, which is very impressive for the both of them. More so for Neil, since Yoru has gotten a lot faster, so it makes sense that she'd be able to keep up with Quan Chi. But even then, just one kick from Quan Chi sends her flying into a wall, and Nail just gets stabbed multiple times in the abdomen, I think. Then Quan Chi takes a look at Nobana, but he uses Denji as like a little shield while he has his head down. And that stops Quan Chi. While she looks at Denji's cut off head, which at first I thought it was gonna be like some sort of like sympathy, or maybe like some sort of like, she sees herself in Denji, and that makes her not want to cut him again. Just some sort of like inner sort of emotion or inner struggle within herself, rather than what Quan Chi told them later. It could still be both things. So I'm just gonna believe that's what it is. Like, it's hard not to see a bit of a parallel between these two. Especially, I was gonna say something, And I forgot. But yeah, I do genuinely think that Conscious is a little bit of herself in Denji. And that's why she hesitated. And also, just, Denji's relationship with Kishibe might also have something to do with that. Like, she doesn't actually want to see cut down a person that Kishibe cares about. I don't know. Maybe there is something to that. But Noana lets Denji's head fall to the floor while Conchi just looks at Eye Patch Guy. And he pressures her. Well, we only see the back of her head. And this when she says, "An old friend." Oh man, just getting him mentioned makes me miss Kishibe so much. Like, come on, man. Why is Fujimoto so allergic to even saying his name? She has to say an old friend. An old friend warned me to never make an enemy out of this one. Which, I don't remember if it was in their conversation during International Assassins, or it could have been in a scene that we didn't see uh, between part 1 and part 2. Maybe. And then Epechka just starts ranting about just not having any sort of power or control over devils. Oh, yeah, this one he drops the line. Your lovers' bodies are in public safety's custody. We can always dump them in some ditch rather than return them to you. And I just, at first I was pretty surprised, but then I was like, oh, this has to be, Quan Shi has to be, working for public safety so vehemently, because there has to be a way for at least two of her girlfriends that died here in Earth to be revived, right? But I saw a lot of people say that it was simply just because she wanted to give them a proper funeral, a proper burial, which that is definitely a possibility. But that's still sad to me. I mean, they're both sad, but at least in one of those scenarios, she has the chance to recover two of the people that mean so much to her, so much that she would do so much for them. Like, she cared so much. It's yeah. I whenever I think about Quan Shi and her girlfriends, I always think about oh man, I think it might have been Pinksy, the one that like turned into a doll, and then she hugged and couldn't bring herself to actually kill her, even though she knew that was not really herself anymore. Yeah, even though similarly to Kishibe, it might seem like she doesn't really care that much. She does, but it's just for very specific people. And then Eye Patch Guy is going to keep ranting, and then he gets killed by by the chainsaw person who used to be his wife. And now that he's dead, it's like, well, it looks like she doesn't have to follow his orders anymore. Oh, and they'll just bring up that Katana did cut through the door where the chainsaw people were being kept, which I did remember. So, Katana MVP. I hope someone revives him. It's gotta be Nail. I mean, they're already bleeding quite profusely, so maybe they can donate some blood to him. Yeah, and then Quan Chi says, I'll pretend I lost to you guys, so kill me. And Yoru just doesn't believe her. And then Quan Chi just tells them, yeah, I'm like Chainsaw Man, I'm a hybrid, I won't die. I'll just, they can put me back together anyway. And the three freaking like surgeons or doctors there. Well, specifically the one in the middle, that's the most prominent one, just says, "Yeah, we didn't hear a thing. You don't have to worry about us." And then Yoru picks up the scalpel sword and asks, "Is Chainsaw Man stronger than you?" And Quanchi responds, which I agree to, which is, "Yeah, he's weaker than me, but he's far more fearsome than me." That's I man. It's just there's gotta be some meaning as to why she says that. Well, the panel is basically, Yoru like almost like caging her, putting her in a cage. Mm. Well, she's definitely in a cage, but unlike someone like Asta, for example, who's willing to do all this just for Chainsaw Man because he helped her, Quan Chi is instead of going against the system, he's working for the system to get what she wants. So yeah, the difference there is quite clear. And then the last page is Yoru about to strike her with the sword, but we don't see it. So yeah, I wonder. I wonder what's up with that. Just because we didn't see it, I'm almost inclined to believe that Yoru didn't go through with it, and Quanchi might have uh, joined our party, but I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, 163. Okay, so I don't know, man. I was just ever since 103, ever ever since 103, every like 30 chapters, we've had a chapter focused between Yoshida and Denji. So it's like, two is not enough, but three would definitely make it a pattern. So yeah, I'm so curious to see if there's gonna be something with Yoshida and Denji in 163. Or at the very least, I'm expecting to see Yoshida. I mean, and have like one of the, whenever they're like Yoshida and Denji like sitting across from each other on the table. Maybe this time he's gonna be alone, or we have the very much awaited return of Kishibe. That's just what a lot of people think, and I'm with them. But yeah, let's just get started. Okay. 163 Dream Balls. What? Okay. That tells me nothing about what this chapter could be about. But, okay, dreams. That tracks. With Denji. So someone is watching TV. I thought so too. She seemed like the kind of girl who would never date or any of that. Claims that the government misused funds from the Devil Damages Reconstruction Tax to purchase friendly devils. So the question is, do kissing and sex both count as adultery? Okay. So who's watching TV and why are they watching this? And why is Fujimoto showing us specifically this in regards to like public opinion of what I'm guessing is either Asa or has to be Asa, right? Because they're talking about a girl and they're probably talking about like the church's practices of like you have to have sex and then marriage to contract the fire devil. It's like I'm living in a completely different world than last year. And then once again, the panel with someone with the remote control. Am I the only one who can't sleep at night because I start shaking from suicidal thoughts? Okay. Huh. Okay, we see the bottom part of this person's face. That kind of looks like Haruka. My mom hasn't taken a single step outside since it happened. She says she can't trust anyone anymore. Ooh, maybe it is Haruka. And that's why, like, it looks like she's sweating. He's seeing, like, the results of being, like, a big figure in something that really negatively affected a lot of people. Like, the guilt is really starting to kick in. She's started believing all these crazy conspiracy theories, but you know, I'm no genius either. I can't tell where the truth ends and the lies begin. I keep asking myself, who's to blame for all this? Okay, yeah, I feel like that's definitely Haruka. Although I don't know where they got a TP in there. But it's interesting that we don't get to see his face at all through this whole like three first pages. Oh, two. Oh, and now we get to see it. He looks quite distraught. When it was decided I would be on TV today, I knew that the person responsible would be watching this too. That's crazy. So I made up my mind to say this one thing, no matter what. Oh, granted, obviously, he's definitely not as responsible as like the hybrids or Fami, but like, he was definitely a public figure. He was definitely in TV and stuff, promoting the church, and just spreading all this kind of fake news. Oh man, just two big panels of Haruka just about to lose his mind while the girl in the TV looks was probably like contempt and hatred while also looking very hurt. Komagawa, never stop being our idol? Okay, yo, that's crazy, bro. Ain't no way that Fujimoto misled me like this. He has to have known with the way that it was being framed with Haruka's reaction and that it was going to be about the church, but it's just about some idol. Granted, obviously the parallels are quite big, considering, the way that the church treats Chainsaw Man. It's not that far off. What a passionate fan. Phew, the entire Japanese population is still reeling from the shock of last week's news of idol slash reporter Komagawa's affair turned marriage. Let's move on to our special guest here with us today, photographer Kiyoshi Endo. Huh. And well, the speech bubbles say all that. They're all surrounding Haruka, and like it's leading us, the reader, to just simply focus on his reaction and his body language. Like, even though they're talking about a completely different thing, though. Are they, though? Are they really? Is it that much different? Like, the Fujimoto social commentary is strong. Right, so this is the cause of this conspiracy theory folks are talking about. The supposed photo of Komagawa on a date with a married baseball player. Now let's look at that same image enlarged. See how the image resolution differs here? That's undeniable evidence of image editing. In short, both the infidelity and homewrecker accusations were invented by the tabloid that ran this image. This conspiracy runs deep, folks. Trying to clear someone's image and say that all those rumors are fake, huh? Okay. Trying to figure out how this, parallels the church and Chainsaw Man. Where, yeah, the way that the church was spreading all kinds of lies about just, remember the Mirisugo I Hate America stuff just to make Chainsaw Man look better. Thank goodness. Huh? Oh, sorry, I'm a Kumakumagawa fan. Dovana, can you not? This is not the place or time. Oof, bro. Haruka is looking like he can just barely breathe. Huh. Even though there are still people randomly turning into monsters and several wars have broken out. A celebrity cheating scandal is the only thing on the news, and you're relieved about that? Yeah, yeah, that definitely says something about Novana. But I guess it makes sense if you see it in a way that, like, he's trying to distance himself and disconnect from stuff that would make him feel all kinds of anxiety. Yeah, he's just trying to focus on something that it's less complicated. But I also understand why Haruka would say it like that. Huh? That's not what I. I'm not being sarcastic. It's just a group of high school terrorists break out of prison and no one's reporting on it? It doesn't feel real. Like I must be dreaming. Mm, okay. Interesting. Nice little neat glimpse into Haruka's mental state right now. Like, he was like, no, just like us, the reader, he was expecting everyone to be talking about the church and just, you know, uh, just be hating and condemning them for everything they've done. And even though Haruka is reacting to what Noana said in quite this cynical manner, I think Haruka himself is quite relieved that no one is talking about them. So he can keep running away from his own sense of guilt and responsibility. Uh, is that? I think that's Asa. I had my 15 minutes of fame once too. No one remembers me anymore, and I lost an arm. I feel like I must be dreaming. Yeah, you want to be included too? No, you're missing the point. I think I think there's more than one person here who's missing the point, but I'm not exactly sure what the point is supposed to be. It is interesting that Asa reacts to it like that. I don't know what to make of her basically repeating what Haruka said. Like, surely, yeah, of course, uh, she's feeling the same way as him, but we saw how she feels about fame and seeing a lot of people find her likable or desirable. Oh man. Oh wow, this panel. Okay. Damn, this is big. Yo, they actually put Denji back together already? But he doesn't seem to be awake yet. That's fine. Like, remember back in the Katana Man arc? When he got cut in half. We don't know how much time passed between Kobeni saving him and him waking up in the hospital. No, we didn't even see him when he woke up. So, we also don't know how much time has passed since last chapter and this chapter. It could be just a few hours. So maybe that's just his body is acclimating to him being whole again. So where is everyone though? Like, what is this place? How did they get to this place? What? I did not expect Fujimoto to just do a quick time jump. But yeah, there's Novana, Haruka, then Denji's in the bed, and Nail is just laying beside him. We don't see Fami or Katana Mendo or Seigi. Denji's Chainsaw Man, that doesn't feel real either. Man, that's a shame that we've really missed out on Asa just going through all kinds of messy different emotions all at once, trying to accept that this is the truth. And she's still a bit on denial mode, but we kind of did miss on her trying to process all that. This is the kid the devils are all afraid of. He looks cute, asleep like this. Yeah, well, you didn't see him killing all the hybrids that burnt his house and killed all his pets. Hey, your companion's taking too much time in the bath, don't you think? We're all waiting for a turn here. Oh my god. So Katana is in the bath. Got it. And everyone is waiting for him, or at least Asa is waiting for him to come out so she can take a bath. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just repeating what she said, but I think it's kind of funny. So where are they? Don't look at me. Isn't this family's hideout? Thank you for answering my question. Take your complaints to her. So family has an apartment? Well, that's news. And she's just eating a bunch of food because of course she is. I'm guessing she just bought a lot of food before they got here. Oh my god, she's a messy eater. That panel of Asa just looking at her with disgust. Is she naturally skinny or something? No. She's just the famine devil. I'm guessing no matter how much she eats, she'll never be satisfied. That's how it works. Oh, yo! He's awake! Huh? Where's your arm? Oh my god. Oh my god. He woke up? Oh my god. He's so out of the loop, man. There's so much he doesn't know. It's crazy. Yo, they gotta start filling him in on details and shit. Oh, yeah, everyone just freaking got jump scared. Where am I? Yeah, bro's so disoriented. He's awake, Femi, he's awake. Bro, she does not care, she's still eating. Chainsaw Man spoke. Yeah, well, he's not mute. You're more my type, sleep. Go back to sleep. No, that does not matter. What happened to your arm? Your friend cut it off. Oh shit. She's gonna tell him about Yoshida? Oh no. I'm not ready for this. Why? Oh, he did not even. Denji did not even need to be told which friend it was. He. That label. That label would only apply to this person during part 2. And gotta take into notice that Denji, like, even assuming, just knowing straight away that Asa knew that Asa was referring to Yoshida, Denji just straight up asked why not, oh, he's not my friend. So, I guess you cannot deny that Denji considers Yoshida a friend. That's a win in my book. I don't know. You freaking liar! What do you mean you don't know? Of course you would know. Why are you still lying? And then you still looks quite out of it. Am I dreaming? Oh god. At first it took me a bit like, who is this? Trying to please a haircut. Yeah, it's Katana. He got out of the bath alright. And it's paying Denji back for the last time they saw each other, you know. Denji and Aki's requiem for Himeno. Yeah. I couldn't he have waited until Denji was at least standing up? This is a bit of a cheap shot. But hey, uh, it's been like uh, I don't know, easily over 100 chapters since we saw Katana's human form. But here he is, and Denji, of course, is just uh, groaning in pain, ruthless. Yeah, Nail hasn't seen Katana and Denji interact before. Actually, none of them have. Oh my god, this is crazy. I still cannot believe Katana and Denji are interacting again. This is, yo, whole post-bath moment of my life. Why is he like this? I know why he's like this, but why? He's too much, man. He's too much. So goddamn, bro. Katana Man's arms? Yo. I returned. Oh, is that why? Is that why the chapter is called Dream Balls? I returned both your balls to right where they belong in your ball sack. That's respectable of you. So I could ring the gong of revenge with my own foot. Oh my god, bro. Katana Man is on fire with some of these comedic moments recently. That, yo. that, you know, that's kind of a bar. Don't ask me how, but it kind of is. Now turning to Chainsaw Man, it's time for round 3. Yo, he's... Hold on, bro. Like, give Denji a minute. He's about to transform. Bro, he's about to waste no time. Oh my god, I'm legit tearing up from laughter. Denji's still in pain, bro. Like, refereeing. Nope, not a dream. Well, yeah, this is definitely you know the saying. If you think this is a dream, pinch yourself, so you know for sure that the pain is real. Yeah, something like this. It's yeah. Hey, that was not the deal. We agreed we'd only fight him after we've explained everything. Okay, so they did make a deal of sorts. But Katana Man is it's actually quite a lot more hot-tempered than I would have expected. What she said, he's Chainsaw Man, show some respect. This panel definitely showed the difference in the way that Haruka and Asa see Denji. I feel like Haruka's still calling him Chainsaw Man instead of his actual name. Yeah. Yeah. No, Yoru! I thought you wanted a fair fight! He's not fully capable right now. Why are you both being like this? Remember when Yoru told Katana Man, yeah, I'm not like you. Bullshit. What the hell? Both Haruka and Noana seem quite distressed. And that actually, because of the reaction, I keep forgetting. Do normal people see the scars or not? Because I feel like Fujimoto is not quite consistent with explaining that. So they might just be thinking that Asa is being quite, uh, you know, hot and cold kind of person. A bit of a tsundere, if you will. Ooh, whoa. I don't need your human form. Wake up already, Chainsaw Man. Man, be fair to him, Jesus. You know, this is not what I thought. Like, didn't you want him at his best? For it to feel truly satisfying to win against him? Oh, brother. Like, god damn, bro. Like, leave his crutch alone. One kick in the balls was enough. I don't feel safe with these people. Where else are we supposed to go? Oh, Nova and Haruka, I feel for you. I mean, I also feel quite bad for Denji, of course. That's a given. But I feel like this is part for the course for his character. So, yeah. Poor guy, bro. He just wakes up, has no idea where he is, what's going on, why is he with these people, and then all of a sudden, his greatest hater just kicks him in the balls and is like, let's fight. And then just the girl that he thinks was a possibility to being his girlfriend also kicks him in the balls, apparently already knowing who he is and wanting to fight him and and playing dirty as well. Like, yo, like, give him a damn minute. God damn it. Yeah, man, this chapter had a lot. uh, um, I was expecting Yoshida, but I'm still quite content with what we did get. Because if we did get Yoshida, I was expecting the whole chapter to be about him and not go back to this group. But I think it's fine that we did still stay with this group, even if we did get a bit of a time jump. But I'm still like, what? Why didn't we show Quanshi getting killed by Yoru? And then just why? I guess it's just straight up. It was not needed to show how they got here. There wasn't anything that Fujimoto wanted us to know in that small period of time. Which fair. Um, but it's still a bit of a change in terms of like pacing. I just expected the raid to into a public safety facility where they hold devils to be more difficult and for them to actually face more trouble than Aikwanshi, who all in all let them go. So yeah, huh. it feels too easy. But I guess at the end of the day, this isn't. Or at least we have in this group people who want Denji dead. So it's not like this group is all a bunch of nice and caring friends that want the best for Denji. Like the conflict, it was never meant to be the group getting to Denji. But it was, what will the group do once Denji is awake. And we're starting to see it at the end of the chapter. After all, this was quite the makeshift group that is being held together by quite the flimsy reasons. After all, like, some of them want him to be respected and looked after, and if they see him as like an idol or a god, if you will, and some of them want to use him, like Fami, and then you have Katana and Yoru who want to fight him because they hate him, or at least, well, there's the difference. Yoru wants to fight him, but she doesn't want to fight Denji. She wants to fight Pochita. But Pochita isn't really available right now. She can't really fight the Chainsaw Man who she wants to fight. So maybe that would be a thing where, like, Denji will explain it to her, but Yoru might not be willing to listen to him. That, she can't really fight the Chainsaw Man that she wants to fight. It would have to be in a very, for Denji to feel quite as low as he did when, during Makima. Just, tearing him down bit by bit until Pochita took control when Makima called for the help of the hero of hell. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Like, maybe we're gonna have that happen at some point, but I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. So we'll see what happens with that. But Katana does hate Denji for being Denji, even if there's some things that he's not willing to accept. Like Denji killing his grandpa simply because he became a zombie. Like, I don't think Denji would have killed them if they hadn't turned into zombies. But Katana isn't willing to accept that. So maybe this can be the start of a Katana. Either Katana is starting to have some actual, like, I don't know if self-awareness is the right word, but just some kind of, like, willing to accept that he's been wrong in the past. And that even if his grandpa didn't turn into a zombie, with what he did, it makes sense that people would want to kill him. Like, maybe we start with actual Katana development, or he's just going to stay in this circle of vicious hatred. We'll see. We'll see. But the first, like, few, like, 3, 4, 5 pages, while everyone is watching the TV, are so interesting. Oh, you know what that is? It might have been a thing where, like, it was easy to get misled, but I did not pay enough attention. But Haruka, in, like, those 3 panels in the first page, he's not watching to the same program. In those 3 panels, he keeps switching the channel, and that's why I assumed that. Like, I just thought that those 3 panels were talking about the same thing, but it's not. I I never thought she'd date or any of that. That's from one channel. Then the government misused funds from the devil damages reconstruction tax to purchase friendly devils. I don't know. That might have something to do with whatever, something relevant to these characters. But he changes the channel again, and he stays here. So the question is, the kissing and sex both count as adultery, and the rest of the TV footage is from here. Okay, 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 okay. You got it, got it, got it. And it seems like Haruka's about to change the channel again when he thinks that they might be talking about the church. But he stays. Like all those things. Like he might have changed the channel actually. Because they were not talking about the church. Huh. And he stayed here because he thought they would. Just like maybe there's a small like chance of like maybe he was doing it just to know that they're not actively looking for them. But I really do think it's mostly because Haruka might be, feeling a lot of guilt over his part in the church. And he might have thought that he was going to get some sort of like admonishing from the person in the TV that he thinks he should get. But it ended up not being the case. Okay, you know what? I don't think I'm that far off. I think Haruka wants someone that was negatively affected by the church's wrongdoings to blame him because he is blaming himself. But of course, it turns out to be a related topic, not an unrelated topic. But I still think that, you could still parallel what she's saying to what people might be thinking about the church. After all, there must have been a reason why Haruka was so entranced by it. Because he felt like she was talking to him. And of course, we get the conversation between him and Novana. The little laugh. Which I don't think there's any humor in it. Like, I don't think he's making that little laugh out of humor. But simply because he finds all this quite unbelievable. But also just straight up, what he says, that's quite realistic. Like, even with all that, there would still be people just worried about about celebrities, about fictional stories, about sports and all that, as long as it didn't affect them. It doesn't feel real, like I must be dreaming. Yeah. I don't know. I think there's definitely I am on to something with what I had for Haruka the first few pages. But there might be something else as well when he says this to Novana. And then Asa agreeing with him and continuing it. I was saying that Denji being Chainsaw Man doesn't feel real either. And then we just have a little bit of like letting us know what's up. Katana is taking a bath. This time it's apartment, and she's just stuffing her face. And then Denji wakes up, and I am curious that Fujimoto would choose to have Denji say, "Where is your arm?" to Asa. Like, that's the first thing that would come out of his mouth. Like, I would have expected him to be quite distraught and is still trying to look for Nayuta. That Nayuta's name would be the first thing to come out of his mouth. But no, he's fixated on Asa. I wonder if it's because of the dream that he had, you know? You don't deserve to have a family. So maybe he's not gonna try to look for her anymore. I hope that's not the case. And yeah, the conversation here too with Denji asking again what happened to your arm, and Asa just saying your friend cut it off. Denji asks why, like straight up not which friend, or he's not my friend. Straight up knowing who the friend she's referring to is, and asking for the reason, like knowing that Yoshida would need a reason to cut off what seems to be just a regular civilian. But Asta, that damn little liar, she just says, "I don't know." As if it wasn't. I'm pretty sure either it was told to her or it was heavily implied that Yoshida was trying to capture her because she's the war devil, or the war devil resides inside her. Then we have Katana just being silly ass because that's just how he'd be right now. And I'm still like, damn, bro, were his arms always this big, or did he train up between part 1 and 2? I return both your balls so I could ring the gong of revenge with my own foot. I don't know, man. That line kind of cold, if you ask me. But I'm a bit of a Katana enjoyer, so I could be biased. And then he's ready, of course, to have a round 3 battle with Denji. And Denji being sure now that this is not a dream. Or at least one of them is for sure, knowing that what they're experiencing is real. And yeah, both Asa and Haruka trying to calm Katana down, like, wait. Well, first she says, we agreed we'd only fight him after we explained everything. Which is interesting, since I don't think we saw that deal. Probably was something that they had a conversation about after they escaped the facility. And I'm guessing either Katana did agree, but once he saw Denji was up, he was like, screw all that. Or he never meant to actually follow up on that deal. And then Haruka, being like his chainsaw man, showed him self-respect. Yeah, a lot of projecting what he thinks Denji is. And then Yoru comes out and she kicks Denji as well. And trying to be intimidating, but I don't think Denji's paying any attention to what she's saying. He's just writhing in pain. And Haruka and Novana being the closest to reasonable people in the room now. And that's it. There was a lot in this chapter, so I wanted to talk about it, but man, it's been a while since I talked so much for a Chainsaw Man chapter. If you made it all the way to this end, I appreciate you. So yeah, this was my reaction to chapter 163. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Until next time, see ya.